and sat on my great-grandmother's rocking chair and put her head on my left shoulder, and I felt her little heart beating against mine.
He's going to make me cry.
And I rocked long into that dark night, holding her and talking to her. It was a one-way dialogue at that time. And she'd open her eyes and look at me, kind of agreed, pretty much what I had to say. But it's that moment of wonderment that a father looks in his baby's eyes and has these questions. Will she be happy and healthy? Will she do good things on this planet? Will she pass kindergarten? Will she shop for discounts? Whom will she marry? And what a day it is, 30 years later, and with this man and his new bride, my daughter. And it was so much fun growing up with Sierra. I learned so much about field hockey, swim teams, puzzles, walking to school, making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. With her a lot, we were very, very close growing up. We had a wonderful relationship. Even into college, where we were living on the same campus, I saw her less than I did in kindergarten, I think. But it was a marvelous experience having this girl now, giving her hand in marriage to this outstanding young man, I have to say. And they've been together for quite a time. And I'll never forget the time Charles called me. He was on his way up north from LA with Sierra. And they were coming up to see Wendy, my wife and I. And he calls me on the phone. I'm in the dentist's office. It's New Year's Eve day. He says, I've got a question for you, Charles. He goes, yeah, I want your daughter's hand in marriage. Will you give her to me? And I go, well, it's kind of sudden. He goes, we've been together 5 years. I said, well, I asked you to take your time. And I go, Charles, I don't know. Well, do you love her? Because I'm madly in love with her. Do you really love her? Yes, please. She's away from the car, but she'll be back any minute now. You need her hand in marriage. I said, well, I have a list of conditions to meet the parents. And of course, the parents were going to inspect this guy and make sure he didn't have a criminal record, and there were no wives and kids tagging along. But when I saw him and talked to him, I was immediately impressed. Character, entertaining, genuine, honest, likable, snappy hat, cool shoes. And I took to him immediately. But there's something about understanding a couple and the dynamics of that couple, especially when they're together. And when I see these two look at each other, I feel their mutual respect and trust for one another. When they're looking at each other's eyes, I get a sense of true caring, that they really understand one another. And when they're holding hands like they are now, I feel their passion. I feel this electricity. I feel true love. So tonight, give them your blessing, and let's toast to Sierra and Charles. Thank you so much.